Hey Thunder fans and franchise listeners, that will do it from Chesapeake Arena. The Thunder pull out a 120-117 victory over the Atlanta Hawks. Russell Westbrook, your reigning MVP, takes that shot with 11 seconds left and secures that win for the Thunder. The Hawks head back home to take on the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow night, while the Thunder head up to Utah to take on the Jazz for the 4th time this season. And they'll be back here in Chesapeake on Christmas Day to take on the Houston Rockets. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. With such a nail-biting win, here's what Coach Billy Donovan and the players had to say about the win.
Well, I think a couple things in the game. You know, the first thing was I thought in the first half we really played well on both ends of the floor. In the third quarter, we started well and didn't play probably the midway point, the last 6 minutes of the quarter, particularly well. I thought the difference in the game was the fact that we shot the ball well from behind the line, but they made 15 threes, and we shot really poorly from the free throw line. And give Bellinelli credit. I thought he really made some difficult off balance, really tough, hard shots. But I feel like offensively we're moving closer and closer to being a more efficient team. I was really excited about the fact that Carmelo could get as many threes as he did tonight. I thought that was really positive for us. I thought we found him and he got really good looks from behind the line. Obviously Russell, I thought the entire game he played a great floor game, and he played an incredible all the way around game, just as it relates to his efficiency. So, I think the game was close because of their ability in crucial situations to make really timely shots and hard shots. You got to give them credit; they made some really difficult shots. Didn't think our defense was anywhere near where it had been in the Utah game last game. So that's something we probably got to shore up and clean up. But we just had that lull up 15 and closed that quarter and allowed them to get right back into the game. And I thought that's why it was so close coming down the stretch.
Russ, this may be hard to answer, but what's that moment feel like when you're running back down the court, slapping the top of your head and screaming into the crowd after that one goes in?
It was great, man. Put ourselves in position to be able to win a basketball game on the last shot, and it went down.
You seemed to really control the game when you were out there tonight in just terms of getting guys involved and orchestrating. What was key for you as you made plays all night tonight?
Just read and react. Use your instincts and find ways to be able to, get guys in basketball.
Russell, you've been extremely efficient these last 3 home games. What's been the key for you and offensively to be as efficient as you've been?
Just winning. That's it. Just winning.
Billy said that the way the shots that Carmelo got tonight is kind of the ideal thing, a lot of catch-and-shoot threes. Where have you guys been able to really find the balance and the chemistry and that pick and pop that you guys have working with?
Just try to figure it out. You got to kind of see what the teams are doing, how they're guarding us. And then once I figure that out, then I'm able to figure out, where the shot's going to come from.
Russell's part of that just have to do with reps. You've done this 32 times now, and it's easier now than it was in October.
What part?
Just, you talk about, being able to find those guys and kind of develop that chemistry in the pick and pop.
No, it has to do with exactly what I said. You see what teams are doing. Teams guard you differently every night, and once you figure that out, then you make adjustments.
Can you talk a little about what you got from Carmelo tonight? Obviously, he was feeling it.
Yeah, did a good job of knocking down open shots when the shots were there and being aggressive.
Is it particularly encouraging that y'all are able to win a shootout game like this when y'all have scheduled teams coming up like Houston's and Golden States that have these high-powered offenses that no matter how good a defense y'all play, sometimes teams are going to make shots on you?
I mean, every game is a little bit different. We'll worry about Houston when that time comes, and Golden State when that time comes. But a team like Atlanta, they just move. They move without the ball, move their bodies. They try to get you moving, try to get you switching. Coming off of pin downs, pick and rolls. They keep you moving throughout the course of the game. So it was something that we had to get used to. We had to make some adjustments to it.
Your footwork and relocation to get those pick and pop threes or to find space, in transition or off second chances. Is that something you still are practicing, or is that second nature for you at this point?
I thought my footwork was second nature until I got here. Something that I continue to, work on in practice, after practice. Watching film, kind of just studying where I get the ball at, how I get the ball, the timing of receiving the basketball when you get it. It's a lot of things that goes into that shot rather than just catching it and shooting. You got to be ready. You got to be prepared. You got to know the timing. You got to have that eye contact, that connection with Russ or with everybody else out there on the court.
Some of those ball screens for Russ, you're kind of coming over and muscling guys into switches and taking advantage in the high post. Is that a way you like to be able to get those post ups?
Yeah, well, a lot of times teams are telling their whoever's defending me to just stay with me. Don't let me go. So it's definitely an adjustment for me when it comes to those pick and rolls. Sometimes I tell Russ, let me set a screen on his man, and sometimes I slip out. Just reading, what the defense is giving.
You guys have talked a lot about game to game, things are going to change, especially between the three of you. You had the game the other night where you only took 6 shots. How validating is it, though, that tonight it's working for you and then it comes back and you knock down 7 of 12 from 3?
Just being patient, man, and kind of with this whole process, just being patient, sticking with it, not getting down on myself. As a team, not getting down when things don't go our way. It's something that we're gonna continue getting better at, and as long as we work at it, things get better.
You talked about the footwork. Did you think that was going to be like an easier thing when you got here, or was it kind of surprising?
No, it's more of a testament to my footwork. I believe that I have great footwork, and it's a different type of footwork that you have to have coming off of those picks and those picks and pops and. With Russ coming so fast down here, you got to be ready. You just never know what's going to happen, when you're going to get the ball. So your footwork, you got to be ready, at all times with that.
Well, when they're hitting threes, coming off of curls, fadeaways, on the move, contested, how do you guys persevere through that emotionally to maintain a level head and stay in the game?
It's just tough shots. Making tough shots. You got to hang your head on, at the end of the day, just playing good defense. Bellinelli made some tough shots. They made some tough shots. We did a great job of just coming down and, getting baskets, getting to the free throw line, just staying composed.
Paul, was it comforting? I think there have been times this year where you guys would have really struggled to get enough going offensively to win a game like that. Is it comforting that is coming around some?
Yeah. I think for us, we feel confident down the stretch. We feel good going down the stretch that we're going to make the right plays. We're going to get a basket. Whereas before, we didn't know, where or how we was going to close. I think we know now how to close and where we're going to close.
11 seconds left. How do you guys decide who's going to take the final shot?
It's the game. Let the game dictate that. Russ is our leader. Russ is one of our leaders. We knew that we could kind of mess him up with the play that we had, cause some confusion. They backed off. Russ had an easy open opportunity. And, Russ is as good as anybody when it's closing time.
Just to go to show how something as simple as, you sprinted through that cut and that froze him for just a second. Is to go to show just how something so simple can make such a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. If we just buy into, player movement, getting guys moving, just to mess the defense up. I'm happy that we got an open look off that. We got a great shot off that. But again, we live and die with whoever takes that last shot, especially with Russ. Russ had the ball in his hands.
Be sure to check out the rest of Thunder coverage on thefranchiseok.com. Stay up to date with our social media, and we'll see you back here on Christmas Day. Happy holidays.